The clocks change this week. Let's look at how to adjust. Even a 1 hour time change can take a toll on your energy levels, your sleep, and your mood. So if you are sensitive to the time change, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you can keep on learning about how to optimize your sleep and mental well-being. I'm Dr. Nishi Bhopal. I am a physician board certified in psychiatry, sleep medicine, and integrative holistic medicine. This channel is all about holistic science-based strategies to improve your sleep and mental health. Every video also contains a tip for healthcare practitioners. And before we jump in, if you are a physician, go ahead and grab my free sleep mini course on how to help your patients improve their sleep using a science-based holistic approach. This course is filled with practical tools that you can use in your clinical practice today to help your patients sleep better. The link to the course is under this video, and you can also grab it at intrabalance.com/doctors. As you remember, way back in March, we switched to daylight saving time. And here's my inner Hermione coming out. It is not daylight savings time, it is daylight saving time. And now in most of the US and Canada, next weekend, we are going to be switching back to standard time. So the clocks are going to go back 1 hour. So remember, spring forward, fall back. This change in the fall where we go back an hour is usually a little bit easier to adjust to because you do get an extra hour of sleep, whereas in the springtime, you lose an hour of sleep when the clocks go forward. However, even with this going back and getting that extra hour of sleep, you still might notice that you feel maybe a little bit tired or a bit foggy or fatigued or a little bit lethargic, maybe even hungry at the wrong times. It almost feels like a bit of a jet lag type of feeling. So if you do find that you tend to have a bit of a hard time adjusting to the new time, you can actually adjust your schedule ahead of time leading up to the clock change so that you are well positioned to adjust to the new time next week. And how you do this is for the next few days leading up to the clock change, you actually push your schedule back by about 15 minutes later every day. So you can go to bed a little bit later, also eat your meals maybe a few minutes later every day by 15 minutes. So by the time the clocks change next weekend, you will already be on a new schedule. The other thing you want to do is try to get a good dose of natural light during the day, so stay in natural bright light, and then minimize your exposure to artificial light in the evening. Exaggerating your light exposure and exaggerating your exposure to darkness in the evening is going to help your body stay on a schedule and adjust. And if you are like most adults who are sleep deprived at baseline, let yourself get that extra hour of sleep on Sunday morning. Let yourself wake up naturally. Most of us can really benefit from that extra hour of sleep. And here's what I want you to do. Just take some time to tune into yourself and notice, how do you feel with a little bit more sleep? Do you feel a bit more energized? Do you feel more focused? Do you feel more productive? Do you feel less irritable and less cranky? Just tune into yourself and notice. And then see, are there any changes that you might want to incorporate into your routines going forward? Do you want to make it a point to not procrastinate your bedtime and to go to bed a little bit earlier? Do you want to avoid sleep disruptors in the evening, like alcohol or having caffeine too late in the day? Do you want to establish a wind down routine before bed? Or maybe you want to work on practices to help keep your nervous system calm, things like meditation or breathing practices. So again, just tune into yourself and notice and reflect. Here's your tip for physicians and healthcare practitioners. Chronobiology is such a fascinating and emerging area of research. We're learning so much about how clock genes affect your daily rhythms, including your core body temperature and your blood pressure, your levels of alertness, your cognition, your sleep-wake cycles, metabolism, cardiovascular health, and of course, mood. So ask your patients about the regularity of their daily routines, the regularity of their sleep schedules, their meal times, their activity levels, when they're getting exposure to light and to darkness. This might give you some insights into other aspects of their health and their chronobiology. And of course, as physicians, we need to take care of ourselves as well. So take a moment to reflect on your own routines and how those might be affecting your health, and take a moment to tune into your own chronobiology. So let me know, what are some of your favorite tips to adjust to the time change? Go ahead and tell me in the comments below.